Hello students, welcome back. So now let us look at the suggested solutions for assignment 10.2, right? Let's begin. A house costs 36% more today than when it was built. If the cost of the house when it was built was $333,000, find its cost today, right? So again, very straightforward question, nothing too complicated. We know that 100% of the original cost is going to be 333,000, right? And then we know that now it costs 36% more, so we want the 136% of original cost. That will be 136 over 100 times 333,000, right? And that will be, and that's actually the cost today, right? So the cost today, press our calculator, you should get 452,880. Okay, right, next one. A car was bought in 2021 for $120,000. 2022 its value decreased by 20%, and then in 2022 its value decreased by 20%. Okay, hey, it's repeated. Okay, so yeah, you know, typo happens, so you can remove one of it. Okay, and that will be fine. So in 2023 its value decreased by 10% of its value in 2022. Find the value of the car at the end of 2023. Okay, so let's do this. Value at end of 2022, right? So this is actually 20% lesser, which means it's 80%. So 80% of the original value, that will give us 96,000, right? So value at end of 2023, this time round it goes down by 10%, so I have 90% of the value left. So 90% of 96,000, and that will get us 86,400, right? So that's the value. Moving on, question 6. 45% of the students who took part in the creative writing competition were boys. If 135 boys took part in the competition, find the total number of students who took part. Well, this is again quite straightforward question, right? So 45% of students is 135. These are the boys. Okay, so 100% of students, this will be 100 over 45 times 135. Okay, so that will be the total number of students. Use our calculator, you should get 300. Okay, let's move on, next one. Well, if 10% is deducted, okay, from a bill, $58.50 remains to be paid. How much is the original bill? So 10% is deducted, that means this is actually 90%, right? So 90% of original bill is equals to 58.50. Therefore, the original bill will be 100 over 90 times 58.50, and that works out to be $65. Next one. When the cost of fuel rose by 10%, Albert decreased his fuel consumption by 10%, and then he claims that that's the same, right? No difference. Well, explain if Albert is correct or wrong. So there are a few ways to approach this. Okay, one way we can do it is just let the initial cost be X dollars, right? So what happened when we do this? Okay, after 10% increase, okay, cost equals to 10% more, right? So 110 over 100 times x, okay? And of course, this simplifies to 1.1x, right? Then after that, Albert uses 10% less, okay? That means 90%, right? So Albert's new cost will be 90%, okay, of 1.1x. Okay, so when we do that, we actually get 0.99x, and this is not the same as x dollars, right? It's a bit off by 0.01. Therefore, Albert is wrong. Okay, right? So the cost is not the same, right? Question 16. Every year, the value of a condominium in Singapore depreciates by 15% of its value in the previous year. If the value of the condominium was 899,300 in 2023, find the value in 2021. Okay, so what's going to happen, right? So what's going to happen is 15% appreciation. So this value that was given, right, in 2023 has been appreciated twice, 15% twice since 2021, right? So we begin by going back 1 year at a time, right? So 115%, okay, of value, okay, this is the of value in 2022, right? This is actually the same as the value in 2023, so there will be 899,300, right? So 115% of the value of the previous year is the current value. So current value, right? 100%. So the value in 2022 will be 100 over 115 times 899,300, and that will net us 782,000. Okay, so that's the value in 2022. However, this value is actually 115% of value in a year earlier, so in 2021, right? So this is again 782,000. Therefore, value in 2021 using the same technique, 100% out of the 115 times 782,000, and that should get us 680,000. Okay, let's go. Next, the value of an investment portfolio decreased by 8% in 2022. Right, in 2023, the value increased by 5% of its value of 2022. Okay, so given that the value of portfolio at the end of 2023 is 61,824, find the original value. Okay, so what happened? First, the portfolio, right, increases by 8%, right, 2022, and then it drops by 5%, right, to 2023. Okay, so the original probably 2021, okay, after buying it increased and then after it drops. Okay, so let's work step by step. Okay, we need to find the value in where's the value? Yeah, at the end is 610, so that will be 95%, right? Wait, increases by 5, sorry, this is plus 5, right? And this is minus 8. So plus 5, 100 plus 5 is 105. So 105%, okay, of value in 2021, right, this is actually the value in 2023. So this is the 61824. Okay, so value in 2022. What am I doing? Apologies for that. So this will be 100 over 105 times 61824. Right, yes. And that should give us, based on the calculator, 58880. Okay. Now, the thing is, this was after a drop of 8% from the original amount, right? So that will mean 92%, right? 92% of original value is actually 58880, which means the original value is going to be 100% out of the 92% times 5. Okay, I need more space. 880, and that works out to be 64,000. Got it? Okay, let us move on. Okay, in this question, we have a number of girls in a choir is twice that of number of boys. The music director wants to have the same number of girls and boys, so the required percentage increase or decrease in number of girls if the music director increases the number of boys by 30%, and then after all he increases by 130%. So we'll see, right? So let's start from part A first, right? So what we can do is we can let X be the number of boys, right? So what happens? So therefore, number of girls will be equals to 2x, right? Because they are 2 times more. So this is our original piece of information. Now what happened? If number of boys increase by 30%, okay, which is part A, right? Then number of boys will be equals to 130% out of 100 x. Of course, we can simplify that to 1.3x, right? So the percentage decrease necessary for the number of girls let me write, just use this for number of girls, will be equals to, okay, the original number of girls minus away the new number of boys, right, over the original amount again. So this is actually the change times 100% because we want it in percentage. So that will work out to be 35%, right? So the number of boys, if increased by 30%, the number of girls need to decrease by 35% so that they have the same number of boys and girls. Now what happens if number of boys increase by 130%. So if that's the case, then number of boys this time round will be 100 plus 130 is 230 out of 100 x, right? And we can simplify this to 2.3x. Okay, but so 2.3x is actually more than 2x, right? Therefore, this time round the percentage increase in number of girls will be equals to 2.3x minus 2x over original amount times 100%. Okay, this time round you work this one out, pressing your calculator, you should get 15%. So what this means is that if I increase the number of boys by 130%, I will need to increase my number of girls by 15% so they are the same amount. Okay, right, that's the last question I tried. I hope you have been successful. Do our corrections, learn from it. Have a